What's good, y'all? It's your boy KingDow. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KingDow. What's good, guys? It's your boy KingDow. What's good, y'all? It's your boy KingDow. What's good, y'all? It's your boy KingDow. Welcome to another installment of the music video breakdowns with your boy KingDow. Shout out to KrazyMak behind the camera. Today, we're going to be talking about the second song, the second music video on my Energy EP, Mental Note.
My brain waves are getting really active, feeling the neurons coming with the practice. Working stacking up like it's magic. Do not half-assing it, spark it like matches.
Mental Note is a dope track because shout out to and rest in peace to Redfellow. He produced it. He produced Mental Note. And it's beautiful because what was dope about this time back in 2020, well, 2019 is when we made this song, or actually earlier 2020, one of the two, but in this era, right around the pandemic time, that makes it easier, is around the early pandemic times. It really showed off like Redfellow's like production skills because he's also a bass player. He was also a bass player like I am. Before him, I was never putting my bass lines, co-producing any of that into my beats. I would mostly just have all the producers just send me everything and that they were doing, and I picked what I liked the most, and we worked off that. And so it was what was awesome about working with Reed. He produced everything himself, and he put his bass playing like into his music. You can hear that in Mental Note, like that he did the whole beat. That's all him. He added the jazz licks, which I think it was a sample of the jazz lick, the sax lick, the bass line's all him, the drums all him, even the synths, all that stuff. It was amazing. And I remember him showing me how he did it, and it was just like it was music to my ears because that track allowed me to like really spit bars on some like slick hip hop, like don't sweat the technique type of shit. That's the vibe that it gives, and it was awesome. And the reason why I named it Mental Note was because I honestly, everything, all the music that I make for myself, or that I make, that I put out into the world, is basically a message to myself. Like, I mean, even if you guys follow my posts on social media, I'm speaking out to everyone, my viewers, but it's really to remind myself why I do this, why I do anything. Anything I post is just a reminder, so I can go back in my timeline and just be like, yeah, that's right, in case I ever forget why I'm here. And so that's the same thing with my music. All my music is just a therapeutic way for me to remember what the mission is, what my main goal is in this life, and how I want to be remembered. And so Mental Note was just another message, another way for me to show that, to share that, which is why, as you see, my brain waves are getting really active, feeling the neurons coming with the practice. Work is stacking up like it's magic, doing a half-assed spark like matches. I'm really like remembering why I'm doing this. Things are starting to ramp up. Things are starting to level up. I have to keep up. I have to stay focused no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's why I named it Mental Note. It's a mental note. It's a mental reminder to myself. And so with the music video, when it got time to do the music video, shout out to Lucas Allgood. He's the one who shot this music video. We shot it under the tunnel, which is the same tunnel where we shot parts of Driving Away with Mateo. If you guys are following along and seeing the signs and the all the different dots, we shot that there. And the whole idea for Mental Note was to basically just have like break dancers and different extras. I tried to get Christina from Bond, but she wasn't able to pull up that day for whatever reason. Yeah, just have a bunch of people and just like have like a certain type of like aesthetic, because you guys can hear the break beats in the song Mental Note. So I wanted to have a bunch of break dancers. You hear the sax line. I want to get saxophonists and a couple girl extras for like what I was saying in the message. And so the break dancers came. There were supposed to be more, but we were able to get 3 of the 2. Shout out to Derek, the homies that he brought with him. And then I got my boy MD Medeiros on saxophone. MD, I got him on saxophone. Shout out to him. He's dope. He's done a lot of music videos for me. He did this one for me. He's done music videos for my guy, shout out E Brown. Go check him out on the Killers music video. He's on that one. So MD, he's a dope cat in the scene. He's done a lot of stuff. He's also helped co-produce stuff for Kendrick Lamar off his new album. He's fire. But anyways, I reached out to him. MD pulled up. Derek brought his breaking crew, and that's all we had at the start. And like none of the other extras I was trying to get could come, but we're still gonna make it work, right? And so we just started getting things set up, shooting, working on the shots. And that's when these group of people, like it was 2 girls and 2 guys that walked by, and they were kind of checking out what we're doing. And I was like, yo, do you guys want to be a part of this music video? And they were like, yeah, sure. And it was perfect timing. It was perfect timing how it all worked out. Like I couldn't have made it up, you know. It was just like divine timing how like everything that I needed started to line up in that moment. And mind you, this is the first time that I became like a director for a whole group of people. I stepped into that spot because I had to make sure Lucas was okay. He had what he needed. I told the extras like what I like, the break dancers, like all that dancing you see, I choreographed all of that, right? That morning, I choreographed that morning before the shoot started. And you know, I told like the girls like what I want them to do, right? Like you see them pushing me when I say let it off easy, but apparently they did not understand no C. Got to be assertive when you're dealing with frisky bitches who be wanting only one thing, money, right? You see them pushing and pulling on me, sucking my energy like that incubus type of symbolism, not symbolization. Of course, with the break dancing of like Derek and his homies behind me, you get the whole crowd. I brought everyone to be a part of the music video, like because I really wanted to have that like old school type of like almost back to the 90s with the saxophone on some jazz, because kind of like we're in New York, you know what I'm saying? And that was the vibe I was coming with, and it was fun. It was a very kind of wet, rainy-ish day. But we shot it all under the tunnel. It was all dirty. I got dirty, you know, like everyone got dirty. Like I had mud all over me, right? It was wild. But it was beautiful. It was a lot. Like Lucas had me do the same shots over and over and over, like 10 times. Like the shot where like I do the handstand with the break dancers. He needed that like 10 times. And it was crazy. And this is before I was working out, so I had to like really have like all this high energy to get that stuff going. And it was great. Like we got everything that we needed. I feel like the only thing that I wish could have been done better was like when I had MD do the sax line. It didn't line up all the way. Only I noticed that. And maybe some people would notice, but like just when he drops his sax down, it doesn't line up in terms of like with the the dropping down of his positions for the sax, and that's just like an editing thing, you know. It's nothing we can do about it, but at the end of the day, you know, it looked dope. It looked really cool how we all set it up. Very simple. I want to pat myself on the back because I was very good at like giving people that I may have worked with for the first time. I give them like things that like most people could do in their first moment being on camera. The breakdancers, because they've been breakdancing, so they're used to like certain things, but any other extras, like I'm like, okay, dude, try this, try that. Very simple stuff, you know, really getting them in the moment. And you could see the girls had a lot of fun. The dancers had a lot of fun. All the extras had a lot of fun. And it was just amazing all around. It was super amazing. And it just really showed me how like the power of like when you just like are just really in your art, things just naturally happen. That like I didn't, because I didn't plan a lot of that stuff. Like I had a plan for most of it, but like all the having the people that just came by naturally. Shout out to Jessica, and shout out to Simon, and shout out to the other people whose names escape me, but you guys know who you are. You guys are on my IG. I appreciate all you guys for being a part of this. It was amazing. It was just dope. And that's like that natural organic stuff that I love in music, when things just click. So it was great. And Mental Note, second song on the Energy EP. I think that's the last music. That's the last music video that I did with that project. I also did a couple lyric videos that you can check out as well, that I did for Transmute and that I did for Strive. That's also on the project. Up until that point, that was my best project for sure, hands down. And not because it was like the newest one, but just because of like how vulnerable, how like I was really finding my sound. Reed, shout out to him, rest in peace, for him helping me to put that together. And it just gave people like another way to see me as an artist. So I'm very grateful for that time. It was a very pivotal moment in 2020. Mental Note is also part of the Dow Doc documentary. And there's also a couple of vlogs that I did that are also part of the Dow Doc documentary that you can check in full around this time period as well, if you go check out my YouTube. So this has been the Mental Note music video breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. Go check out Mental Note. May it inspire you to basically just like remember why you're here, you know, because we're all here for a reason. All of us have a role to play. All we gotta do is just remember whatever that mental note is about us being here. So I hope that song, the music video, the visual allows you to like remember that. And thank you guys again for always supporting. being here in the chat, being here in the comments, just like really vibing out. And hope you're enjoying these breakdowns. You know, it's very beautiful to like go down memory lane and remember why I did all this and like how far it's taking me. And we're never gonna stop. We're gonna keep going because there's always gonna be more music videos, more songs to break down, all that stuff. And thank you guys for just being a part of the ride. So I love you, every single one of you. Make sure you follow everyone down below. And until the next one, it's been your boy KingDow, and I'm out. Peace.